People, welcome. Let's put the music on. Musica. Here we go. Drew Excavations. Cash jobs only. Can you hear the music, people? Toby Pride. How are you, Toby? Can you guys hear this, TNS? Ado, how you going, man? Yes, let me know if you can hear the music, please. That is very important, because if you can hear the music, it means the mic is working. It's on! Yo, yo! Big dog peeps! I've got the music.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For tracks, obviously. On the left.
He became steel resistant.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Earthworks Hub. Alright, we'll turn that down. Welcome back to another live podcast for this Sunday, the 3rd of August, 2025. We do these sessions every Sunday, so make sure you join us. If you don't get a chance to listen to the whole podcast, or you have to leave early or something, you can always listen to it during the week, because this all gets recorded and posted up on Patreon first. So if you become a member, you get priority, and then it goes up on YouTube, Spotify and Apple at a later date. So yes, these are all up and will be up probably in the next couple of days. They always give me a couple of days to edit it, and then it goes up. But you're going live with Ive. A couple of shout outs of people that have joined: Drew Excavations, Mr. Cash Jobs Only, Toby Pride, TNS Earthworks. We've got Ado's Bisa, I think that's how you say it. M. Attard, Big Dog, 1-800 Hose Van, Adelaide. Who else was there? Coops, Newson Constructions, Martin Matenga, Lucas McKenzie, Prenda, Stig and the Dig, Brooksy, how you going, man? Pride Excavations, ADM Civil, how are ya? Who else is on here? Greenscapes. Greenscapes. Good that you're on today, because you'll hear it in a minute. Who else is on? James, Record Time, Will Bowman. Man, there's so many people here. There you go. I am running out of my breath here. Mountain Machinery. There's heaps of people on here. Plastube, Little Bear. Everyone's on. Love to see you guys on here. Thank you very, very much for joining. What's going on? Greenscapes is saying. So a bunch of comments here. Who else is on there? Drew Excavations is saying he met his first Earthworks Hub person. M. Attard, I believe, maybe. Very good. Very good. Very, very good. Actually, Drew, I did see that you wore my Earthworks Hub jumper when you went to the truck show on the weekend. Well done, man. Good on you. Represent. Anyway, I'm your host, Ivan Orlovic, the host with the most. Let's get to it. So a big shout out to our sponsors. The first one, or the platinum one, being Melbourne Tractors / Brisvegas. So a big shout out to them, our platinum sponsor. Also shout out to our other sponsors: Moasure Australia, Network Finance, Digga, Godings, Earth Moving Warehouse, Record Time, Plastube, which we just saw on here as well, Moasure, Phillips Plant Hire, Bearer Solutions, Komatsu, and Stucchi. There you go, mate. There you go, people. Stig and the Dig saying the beard's coming along nicely. I'll tell you what, it's growing. I went live this week and started talking to Simonic, Lindsay Simonic. He's got a long beard as well. We were doing a bit of a comparison on the live session during the week. So I've still got a bit to go to catch him, but it's getting there. It's getting there. I'm going to try and see how long I can grow it. Just trimming it, keeping it nice. So I don't want it to look too unprofessional, but gotta look the part, as well. Limborn Earth Moving, how you going? NJS Civil, Tilneys, Moba, hello Moba. Little Bear Earthworks is saying, I'm banned for card counting. He's answering the question. Drew Excavations was saying, why didn't I come up to casino? Yes, so they had a truck show up there. No, I haven't been banned for the card counting, no. Ado saying, yeah, he remembers that was after I spoke to him. Oh, yes, that's right, when I was comparing beers with Simonic, that's right. Wyatt Bartram, hello as well, hello. All right, let's get to it, people. Let's start with the industry news roundup. So this is a segment I brought in last time. It got really good feedback. People loved it. So I just go through a couple of news stories from throughout the week. So let's start it off. Let's see if I can find these here. All right. So the first one is we're going to look at in Melbourne. Let me see if I can find that here. So construction has finally started on Melbourne's new hospital in Melton. So that's been in the talks for a very, very long time. So the construction for a $900 million Melton hospital is underway. So I think Lend-Lease have won that contract. So there will be a fair bit of works going on there. So they've done all the site prep work. Now, over the next 6 months, they're going to start doing excavation, rock breaking, soil removal, trenching for in-ground services, piling works, retaining walls, pouring of concrete footings, ground slabs, forming the foundations for the hospital, and then they're going to install their first tower crane. So this is going to be a massive hospital, and it's supposed to produce at least 2,400 jobs for the construction industry. So we should be getting a lot of work out of that. So that's the Melton Hospital finally kicked off in Melbourne. There you go. The other one is, let me have a look here, some news especially for WA people. So in WA, as of the 10th of August 2025, and this may relate to everyone, so I'm saying it's for WA, but it might come across, I'm sure once one thing starts in one state, it definitely goes and spreads across all the states. So this might refer to everyone in Australia. In WA, you now need, from the 10th of August 2025, an earth moving equipment crane license. So if you're lifting over 3 tons with your earth moving gear, you're going to need a special license. So let me read this out to you right now. So what's changing? So the big change from August the 10th, 2025, if you use earth moving gear to lift anything over 3 tons, the person driving must have the right high-risk work license for crane operators. So I'm sure this is going to spread to everywhere, man, in Australia. So they're calling it the Earth Moving Equipment Crane License in WA. So this affects anyone with an excavator, skid steer loader, grader, backhoe, or front-end loader. And what kind of license do you need to be able to lift over 3 tons? There's 2 licenses they're bringing out. So one is a CN license. Martin Matenga's saying, there you go, he's just booked a heap of dudes for there. Yeah, so there's 2 types of licenses. There's a CN and the C2. So the CN license is for non-slewing mobile cranes. So that's for gear where the load doesn't swing side to side separately from the machine. So like your front-end loaders, or like a track loader or a posi track skid steer. And then the C2 license is for a slewing mobile crane. So this is for gear where the load can swing around, like an excavator when you've got when you're lifting something with chains, or a Franna crane, and you can actually swing around left to right. So you need a C2 license for that. So they're saying this is going to boost safety, cover everyone if something does go wrong, make sure that everybody knows how to lift things properly. So that is the August the 10th, 2025. From then on, you need to have a earth moving equipment crane license in WA if you're lifting anything over 3 ton. So like I said, this is more than likely going to spread everywhere, man. Martin Matenga saying, and they banned lifting with any excavator over 30 ton across the business. There you go, man. There you go. So no lifting more than 35 ton. Wow. No, what is it? Anyone lifting with any excavator over 30 ton. Oh, so if you've got a 30 tonner or more, you can't lift anything. Wow, there you go, man. And Prenda saying had a C6 for years after working on the Rio sites doing pipelines. Moasure Australia's got some big news. Here we go. What have we got? Moasure Australia saying we now have boots on the ground in New South Wales. This means we can service the complete East Coast with resources in Victoria, New South Wales, and Queensland. Awesome. That's awesome news, Moasure. So that's one of our sponsors. Moasure fully they automate machines and GPS and all that sort of stuff. So if anyone wants to get in touch with them, Moasure Australia, now servicing the whole East Coast. Very, very good, man. Very, very good. Nate Batiste is saying they have been talking about this for years. It's actually coming to play now, is it? Yeah. So he's talking back about the earth moving crane license. Plastube is saying it's a wonder the Vic government doesn't put a tax on it. Yeah, they probably will, man. They probably will. There you go. And ADM Civil's also congratulating Moba. So well done. And Drew saying, great, I'll send me to you. Oh, there you go. No, good. That's good news, Moba. Very, very good. So there you go. So anyone in WA, and I'm sure it's going to happen everywhere else, needs to have a specific crane license when lifting over 3 ton. The other one, let me have a look here, is they're starting to begin works, or they're beginning works on the Pitt Town bypass. So there's two road projects going on in the Hawkesbury region. One is the Pitt Town bypass. So apparently they're spending $100 million on this project to improve travel times and safety in the region. So they're doing a 950 metre bypass, which will link Pitt Town Road and Katai Road, with 2 new roundabouts and a bridge across Hortons Creek. So that's going to divert traffic and that away from the village centre, which will ease and improve access. And then they're doing road upgrades to the new Richmond Bridge. So basically, that's a $515 million project funded by the government. And they're going to build some new roundabouts around, where is it? The Driftway at Londonderry and Blacktown Roads. So they're going to improve safety and traffic flow during floods. And there's something I saw here about, stage 2 includes construction of a new 4-lane bridge over the Hawkesbury River, around 10 metres higher than the existing bridge, which will provide significant flood immunity and improved access during extreme weather. So there you go. So if you're from those regions, that is what you should expect to see, and there's going to be plenty of work in the construction field. ADM Civil saying, that'll be good for the area. It's effed when it floods out there. Yeah, there you go. And Ado saying, I'm starting the Aber on Tuesday. There you go. Drew Excavation is saying, my boss is looking for a GPS for an 18-tonner. There you go, man. So Moba might be getting some work on the East Coast already. How good's that? Martin Matenga saying that's within their business to keep them legal. If we can't lift with over 30, we don't need a high risk. Okay, cool. There you go. All about Dirt's joined as well. Thank you. So that's a little bit of news. The other one is, well, you know what? I will talk about that in a second. I'm going to talk a little bit about trenches, about trench safety. So let me do a couple of more things, and then we'll talk about that. So that's the latest news for this week. Now, Ado saying he's starting the Aboriginal work in Melton on Tuesday, so I reckon it's going to be there. There you go. So he might be at the Melton Hospital. Very good, man. What a coincidence. There you go. So when he says Aboriginal work, what he means is they usually get a small excavator to come in and scrape little bit by little bit, testing all the ground to see if there's any Aboriginal artifacts in the ground. So they take little sections of the site and they just excavate to see what's in the ground, and if there is any heritage stuff or artifacts, then they have to decide what to do. So there you go. ADM Civil is saying to Semco Anthony, when is a TL11 coming to Oz? Ooh, a good question. Semco Anthony must be on here somewhere. Very, very good. Listing of the week. Listing of the week. Do not forget to list your business on the Earthworks Hub website to give yourself more exposure, especially nowadays when work is a bit quiet. Put your business on there, increase your chances of getting more work. The listing of the week is Greenscapes Gardening and Maintenance in Victoria. So they specialise in tight access excavations servicing the Macedon Ranges. So that's why when they came on a bit earlier, I said you're going to be happy with this. So the listing of the week, Greenscapes Gardening and Maintenance. So make sure you list your business on Earthworks Hub to increase your chances of getting work, and you may have the opportunity to get your name read out during one of these podcasts. How cool is that? Mr. Ashton Lavering has joined. Lukey Walmsley, hello. Love and Sheep is saying, Semco Anthony, how was the little tacky with the steel wrist? Here we go. People are chatting about something. All right. What else is there? What else? Let's talk about a couple of podcasts. So I dropped a podcast with Digga. So Mr. Liam Bryan, the Encon specialist, you guys all know him as Digga Bry. He's on Instagram. He is a guy that's come from the UK, so he was very, very popular in the UK, moved down to Australia, now working for Red Dog up on the Gold Coast or in Brisbane, and does a lot of videos using the Encon tilt rotator and stuff. Very, very popular. Yes, I had him on this week, and that episode has dropped. So that's released now to everyone on Patreon. So make sure you become a Patreon member. Go across, someone's saying, how do we become a member? Go across to Patreon, look up Earthworks Hub Club, and just join. You'll see on there, you'll be able to join it. A couple of different options. They get priority to see everything first, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff on there. And there is a network of people on there. So people are using the platform as a chat group. So there's multiple chat groups in there. You can find potential work. You can ask questions about maintenance. You can ask if anyone needs any material or knows of any tip sites. All sorts of stuff, man. So go on to Patreon, Patreon. Look up Earthworks Hub, and you'll be able to join. Just click on join. So I'll see you guys in there. So heaps of members already in there. I put up a little post during the week of 10 reasons to join, and the reasons were the 10 different chat groups. And in a second, I'll tell you a little bit more about that too. But podcasts, so the podcast with Digga Bry, that released on Patreon now, and will be releasing on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube on the 8th of August. All right, so that is out. And so we spoke about, on that, if you want to know what we spoke about his move to Australia, why he did it, how he managed to do it, how he started his operating journey in the UK. Then we did a lot of talking about different types of tilt rotators. And also he was talking about the amount of pressure that operators have in Australia compared to the UK. He was talking about how he feels like a lot of people in, a lot of the operators in Australia have a lot more pressure on them when it comes to doing the correct cuts and stuff. So yeah, good chat there. So make sure you go and check that out. I also did a podcast this week with Big Daz. So Darian works for Earthlift, who do a whole bunch of site cuts in Victoria. So Darian joined me. We call him Big Daz. He joined me, and that drops on or releases on Monday. So tomorrow. So that will release on Monday, and then we'll be releasing in another week's time on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube. And on that podcast, we spoke about a typical day for him doing site cuts, because most of the jobs they do are residential site cuts. So we spoke about what they do, how they learnt to read their plans, how they load trucks up, the access problems they have in new estates and stuff like that. So really, really good chat. And we found out about how he got experience, how he started out. So that's with Big Daz from Earthlift. So that'll be dropping on Patreon tomorrow. Another reason to be a Patreon member. And then in another week or two on the other platforms. So make sure you have a look at that. So I missed a couple of things here. Let me just scroll back. Lukey Wormsley is saying, how do we become a member? Oh, sorry, I answered that one. Semco Anthony saying, a lot of difference. We will do a big video on it, maybe even on the podcast. Oh, I like it. Semco Anthony. Let's do it, man. Hit me up. Let's do it. Plastube Victoria is saying, I'm a member. You get to see Ivan shower. You get to see Ivan shower in the morning. I don't know if you want to see that, people. Lukey Wormsley saying, did you know I am Lukey the promo man? You are the promo man. Yes. I will see you on the Patreon club. Jack Healy saying, g'day, Peck. Who else is on here? ADM saying, Stig and the Dig. Not sure, but they have a bit more tech in them. They are electric, not pilot, and I believe they look the same. I think it was mostly internal tech. Okay, talking about, I think, is that you guys talking about the T11 still? ADM saying, also run a twin flange roller on the front of the tracks. Yeah, they must be talking about the T11. Marshall Contract is saying, how much flang or flange are you getting these days, ADM? Oh gosh, we're talking about the flange. Anyway, let's move on. So that was the podcast that came out this week. So let's talk about Gray's Earthworks. Thank you for joining. Let's do the toolbox talk. the toolbox talk for today. So this is where I do either a little safety tip or a machine maintenance tip or a new product or something. I'm going to quickly talk about trench safety. And the reason I'm going to talk about trench safety is, one, I was working doing trenches last week, and we were using shoring or trench boxes. And the other reason is that there's been an ongoing investigation into a trench collapse at a Queensland work site which happened last year. So all you Queenslanders, you will probably know about this. It resulted in a serious injury, and WorkSafe Queensland is outlining safety procedures and highlighting the need for the need to be safe in trenches. So in this accident, for people that don't know, this occurred when a member of a team removing trench boxes from a 7-meter deep trench entered the trench before the final box was removed and was caught in the sudden collapse. And that person was seriously injured. So investigations are ongoing to find out why that happened, how that happened. So, and not long ago, somewhere here in the north of Melbourne, there was another trench collapse and somebody had passed away. So let me go through a couple of points here, guys, just to make sure that we're all completely aware of the rules when it comes to trenching in Australia. Number one, use an appropriate ground support system. So in Australia, any trench deeper than 1.5 meters must have a ground support system, unless the sides are battered or benched at a safe angle, or you've got a geotechnical engineer assessing the trench and telling you it's safe to go in. So you need to get a proper person to do it, not just a random person on site saying, yeah, it's good enough. So the systems that you can use are, yes, that's right, Plastube, it was in Kilmore, a young man died, exactly right. The systems that you can use include battering, so that means sloping the sides like on a 45-degree angle, benching, so stepping the sides down slowly, gradually, so that you're not having a trench higher than 1.5, and shoring, so using like a hydraulic, mechanical, or timber system where you build up a shoring system, or trench boxes or trench shields, depends what you want to call them. They're the ones that you can drop in as you go and keep moving them along. So they're the ones that we like to use because they're easier. You can use a trench box and move them around, but you can't have someone standing out of the trench box doing something while you're moving it. It doesn't make sense. And I was at a job recently where they wanted me to do that, and it doesn't work, man. There's no point. If the guy has to get out from the trench box and stand in the trench while you're moving it, that defeats the whole purpose. So they shouldn't even be in the trench. And the trench shield needs to be the same height as the trench. So you can't have a trench taller than that. Number two, have a competent person conduct a daily inspection. So this is not just any random person, it has to be someone. So the Australian safety law requires a competent person that's had a specific training, qualification or experience to come and inspect the trench before every shift or after rain or after a disturbance, and identify any risk of collapse or cave-in, and to approve that the safety that you've put in is relevant. Number three, maintain safe distances for loads and machinery. So your spoil piles, the plant and loads must be kept at least a metre away from the edge of the trench. I've seen people as well, like as they dig, they just make a windrow of the material, like right up on the side of the trench. That means you're making the trench higher. So you've got to have it at least a metre away from the edge of the trench. And then you might need to have it set back even further because you've got the zone of influence, which means that if the trench is a metre, from that 1 metre, you got another angle of that, the angle of repose, whatever they call it, that can all collapse in. So you've got to have your spoil even further then, if that makes sense. So yeah, if your trench is 1.5 meters down, you've got to have the material 1.5 meters away. Just put it that way. Especially if you've got heavier machines and that too, you should not be standing near the edge of the trench if someone's in there as well, because the vibrations of the machine standing and working could cause the trench to collapse. Number four, provide safe access and egress. Safe access, like a ladder, ramp, or steps, must be provided if the trench is deeper than 1.5 meters, and located within 6 meters of all the workers, and extend above the top of the trench for stability. So, You need all these things that you use, like a ladder or a platform or walkway, must comply with the Australian standards as well. Make sure. So you got to make sure you can get in and out of the job as safe as you can as well. That's part of the safety. Number 5, assess and control all hazards. So before digging, make sure that you dial before you dig. Make sure you've got a plan of what's underneath the ground, or get it located. Make sure an underground locating service comes and checks what's under there. So check out also that you've got water egress. Have some pumps ready in case the trench starts getting full of water. Test for gases or low oxygen. So if you're going in, really make sure that there's no hazardous atmosphere in there. And also make sure there's nothing that can fall in, no objects, no rocks sitting on the side or loose material. Get rid of that so there's no chance of that falling in. Yeah, ADM Civil is saying we should make a video describing it for all the guys. Yeah, definitely, man. We should look at that. Should definitely look at making a video on that. So you can always make sure that you follow you can make yourself a safe work method statement. Just make a SWIMS to make sure that if you're digging and working in excavation deeper than 1.5, everyone knows the rules and is following those. And number 6, the last one, is never enter an unsafe trench. If the trench lacks ground support or safe entry, do not enter. If you're the machine operator and they're asking you, whoever's working your trench is saying, don't worry about it, just keep going, man, just keep digging, don't worry if I'm in here, keep putting the screenings in, blah, 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 don't worry about the trench shoring, trench boxes. No, say no, because there is that chain of responsibility. If you keep engaging and keep working, that means you're allowing that behavior, you're allowing them to do that. So make sure that you don't just say yes. There's no job worth dying for, man. And no, you don't want to be the one that you're in the machine and that trench collapses. How bad are you going to feel forever after that? So make sure that they're all following the process. Because I've been in that boat. We've all been there. You've got, people that you're working for, plumbers, concreters, electricians, whatever. They're like, yeah, just get the trench done. Don't worry about it. They're getting everyone to go in and keep working, moving along. And they're all forgetting about the safety aspect, man, because it can happen in a flash. So there you go. That's a little bit of information. And the reason I spoke about that is because of a couple of incidents that have been happening. So yeah, a person passed away in Kilmore not long ago, and then they're reviewing and talking a lot about this, the trench that collapsed in Queensland. So there you go. So ADM Civil is saying this stuff is so important and it's all just assumed knowledge. Very, very true. Stig and the Dig is saying about to start some in Brisbane next week. We'll try to video. Very, very good. That's it. And the other guys are just tearing each other up. All right. So, and Record Time saying good advice. Thank you, man. Thank you. Whitford has joined. Whitford Excavations. He gave me some good advice during the week. What was that phrase? Embrace the pace. I was saying how a lot of times we work so fast and keen to impress and get things done that we either work ourselves out of a job or we just keep going too fast. And then he said, yes, on some jobs you've got to embrace the pace. Just go a little bit slower, make sure that you do it properly and nice and smooth, because you're going to be there in the long run. So you've got to be able to keep going. You can't have a sore back and kill yourself. So embrace the pace. I'm pretty sure it was Whitford that said that. If you did, you can give me a bit of a yell and say yes. Plastube is saying do it right the first time, no risk. Exactly right. But it's so bad because you can get pushed into it. And it happens. It happens to me. It happens to all of us. You're all out there keen to get going and keen to lay pipes and stuff. But if one thing goes wrong, that pipe that you've laid is not worth it, man. It's not worth doing it. And then ADM Civil is saying work cover doesn't rush the investigation if you F it up. Exactly right. Exactly right. Anyway, on a positive note, let's do a market watch or job leads. Let's have a look at this. So this is another thing that I implemented last week, and it kicked off. So in this one here, we're going to talk about some of the major job openings, some people that are looking for operators or looking for work, so that way we can help each other out. For the people on Patreon, you'll be happy to know that we opened a new chat group which is called Open Tenders, Project and Potential Work. Open Tenders, Projects and Potential Work. So on there, people are now listing any tenders that they hear about, any projects that they know of, or if they know of anyone that's looking for a subby or looking for an operator or looking for someone like that, which is really, really good. This is what it's all about, networking, helping each other out. And already, immediately in that section, James from Precision Environmental has provided 2 critical websites that list tenders that you can quote jobs for. I'm going to share some of those with you right now. So these are live tenders that you can actually go and apply for right now. If you want to know the exact websites, I'm not going to give that out. You'll have to become a member. There you go. So if you become a Patreon member, you can go into the tenders, projects, and potential work section, and you'll have all the websites available there of where you can go and apply for these tenders. But for example, the Banyule City Council, so the Banyule City Council are looking to shortlist suitably qualified contractors for their stormwater upgrade works at their depot. So that is listed on one of these. The City of Ballarat have opened up a tender for their annual road maintenance services panel, and that closes in about 4 days. And another one in the Loddon Shire Council in Wedderburn, they're looking to appoint a civil works panel for 2025. That closes on the 13th of the 8th. So there's a whole bunch like that on there. So there's a whole bunch of tenders that have been opened up for people to be able to apply for. If you want to know more, go across to our Patreon group, Earthworks Hub Club, and you'll see that in the chat groups there. And there's more. There's heaps on there. There's guys already listing like other jobs that are available. And I know in these tough times, this is what we need. We need to be able to get in and help each other out. Whitford is saying, yeah, that was me, haha, best saying I've heard for a while. Yes, he was the one that said that. Embrace the pace. There you go. So, yeah, like we were talking about earlier, if sometimes you work too fast, you get a sore back, you get dizzy because you're just rushing, trying to get the job done. Some things can go wrong. You hit things, you break things. So you got to embrace the pace, slow down a little bit, focus, and get the job done. And it'll still happen anyway. All right, Caspar Hire, how you going, man? Hey everyone, it's a new financial year. If you feel like you ran your earth moving business by the seat of your pants last year, make this one a better one. Use this checklist that I've created for free for everyone to either download using the link, or members of Patreon can access it there. Use the guide and take control of your business now. Alright, these guys have all been stirring each other up. Vinetech Machinery, how you going? Peninsula Civil, thank you for joining as well. Sade Earth Moving, Jay Panham, how you going, man? Stig in the Dig is saying he's using that as well. That's good. Very, very good. Alright, so that's what we have there. That is one thing. The other thing I've noticed is today, the LG Group Civil have put up a post where they're hiring a Positrack final trim operator. So they're looking for someone to operate their little grader blade attachment on their Positrack. So if you've got the final trim skill, approach, and they're in Victoria, so they do jobs all around Victoria. LG Group Civil, they've just posted that up today, fresh off the press. So go and hit these guys up if you're looking for some Positrack work. Ooh, who else have we got here? Jasmine P-Man, is that how you call it? Jasmine P-Man, VDL Earthworks, thank you for joining, guys. Also, I'm going to open up to everyone for questions. So if anyone has any questions, hit me up now. Now we're going to go to the listener Q&A comments. So send questions if you want to talk about something in particular. Anyone is welcome to answer. Do it right now. While you guys are doing that, I've also got, so I've been helping some people in our industry. I've been mentoring a few people, coaching, offering them some business advice and assistance. If anyone is interested in that, let me know. Send me a message if you also want to take part in that. So there's different types. I've also got another person helping me do that as well. So there's a couple of us doing that now. So if you're keen to get a little bit of coaching or a little bit of mentoring, or you need some help with some part of your business, whatever it is, marketing, quoting, anything like that, yeah, hit me up, man. Send me a message and we can chat. So that's already happening, already talking to a lot of people. Who else is on here? Burden Diesel and Hydraulics, how you going? So to all these guys that are joining, make sure that you're posting your businesses on Earthworks Hub. For example, the diesel and hydraulics. I know a lot of people are looking for hydraulic and diesel mechanics. Make sure you go and list yourself on Earthworks Hub so they can see you. Even Casper Hire, any hiring companies and that. Well, I get heaps of requests for those. People are always looking to find out where to get someone. So go on there. Go on Earthworks Hub, list your business. ADM Civil is saying would love to have a talk about tender processes. Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. And he's saying it's something he'll admit that he needs help with. Yeah, definitely. We'll chat, man. We'll chat. I'll write that down. ADM. There you go. Tendering. Tender. Maybe just send me a little separate message so I don't forget, man. Yeah, just put tender coaching or tendering something, just so I remember. Because once I get off here, then I get busy, then I start editing, doing other things, and then I forget. So send me a message, Mr. Alex from ADM. All right. JJH Excavations, how you going, man? All right, so what else is there? So while you guys are thinking of questions, make sure you send me something, because that's what we're here for. Now's the time to ask. I'll quickly go over a few things. Merch, if you want to order yourself some merch, go to the Earthworks Hub website, click on shop, and now you will also be able to get merch for Patreon members. There's actually tops available on there now that say member. So if you go and have a look on the website, so go to earthworkshub.com.au, click on shop. What's that? I can hear a motorbike at the front. Here we go. Neighbors always love to make noise while I'm recording. Yeah, if you go on the website, you can actually get merch for members now as well. So jump on and have a look at that. And there's more coming. There's more and more happening. So I finally managed to get something on there. Like I said, I was sick for the last maybe 2 weeks. I was really, really sick. So it sort of put me behind a little bit. But now I'm dropping all the podcasts, getting the member stuff going. On Tuesday, I am mailing all the member stickers out for all the members that haven't got one yet. So keep an eye out after that. So on Tuesday, I'll be posting those out. What else was there? You can also, so join our community, become a Patreon Hub Club member. Plenty of reasons to do that. If you want to become a partner sponsor, like some of our other sponsors that are on here, and get some of your merch up on display, also hit me up. List your business on our website, subscribe, follow on all the socials. So for anyone that doesn't know, we're on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. There's plenty of YouTube videos. While I'm talking about YouTube, I go live during the week while I'm working. So a lot of times while I'm on my machine, I'll go live, and a lot of people join me. Like this week, I had a few people join me. I've been posting those up now. So I've been recording those live sessions during the day, so people get to see from a point of view what I'm doing, how we work, what we do, how we operate. So I've started a point of view, come work with me playlist on my YouTube channel. So go to Earthworks Hub and look at that playlist, and you'll see those videos on there. So if you're going live with me during the week, go and check yourself out. You'll be on there. So I forgot to mention that. I don't know if I did mention that last week. Anyway, if I didn't, now I'm mentioning it. Yeah, so if you've been going live with me during the week, and this has been going on for the last few weeks, go and check out my YouTube channel, go to that playlist, point of view, come work with me, and you will see yourself on there. So I know Alex has been on there, Shane from TerraPro, Simonic, we had Aiden on there yesterday, heaps of people have been joining me on there while I'm working, Sydney Rockwalls, Little Bear, I've had a few people on there. So if you want to see yourselves, go onto the YouTube channel and you will see it. Now, all about looking for someone to do risk assessments on their posse. Any recommendations in Sydney? Usually I would say JR Safety Co. I don't know if they'll go to Sydney though. Maybe I don't know if they'll go there for one machine, but JR Safety Co. However, if you go to the Earthworks Hub website, you should be able to see under risk assessment, there should be a couple of companies there. There was one in Sydney, I can't remember. But go to Earthworks Hub, go to the website, and you'll see under risk assessments, in the businesses, risk assessments, you'll see a couple on there. What else was there? I'm just looking at my notes here. I think that was it. Ivan Brown, how you going, man? Mr. Brown. I think that was it. So yeah, that is all the information I can give you for this evening. Now it's about you guys asking questions. So yeah, All About Dirt is saying he'll have a look. If anyone knows anyone else, just in case there isn't one on there for him, if you can, please help the man out. All About Dirt, looking for someone to do a risk assessment. So I know JR Safety Co., but I don't know if they'll do it in Sydney. I know they're in Melbourne. Ivan Brown saying, yeah, good mate, how are you? I'm good. Today I'm a lot better. Still got, I've been sick with a flu for the last few weeks. Still got like a lingering cough, so I'm trying to not let myself cough, because if I do, I'll have an attack. But yeah, getting better. So I'm hoping everyone on here that was sick as well. I know Alex was really sick. Hopefully you're better too, man. The stickers, they're getting done stickers are getting sent out this week. That's right. I was going to do a group podcast. So I know BRW, which I just saw joined before, Drew Excavation, Stig and the Dig. I know we were talking about doing a group podcast this week. I haven't had a chance because I was sick, but I will get to that. We'll be definitely doing one. Terra Pro, how you going? Sam Tucker, Coastwide Mini Excavations, how you going? Good to see you guys all on here. Yeah, ADM saying he's starting to come good. Yeah, it's taken me a while, man, to get better. Like, I've still got this little cough, so sometimes, like now, when I talk a lot, I start to get this little bit of a tickle, and then if I start coughing, it just keeps going. I can't stop. So hopefully that will disappear. But I know a lot of people have been sick. I went to a birthday today. How's this, man? I went to a 90th birthday today. What a good innings, man. My wife's grandmother, 90 years old, man. Still doing really well. Still walking on her own. Still lives on her own and does everything for herself. Man, that is so good to see. But while I was there today, I was talking to a few people and they were all saying they were sick. Everyone was saying they just came back from being sick, and it was bad. Like, everyone was saying it was the worst sort of flu they've ever had. All right. Yeah, Terra Pro saying it's been a while. It has, man. It has. You used to be on here all the time. Coastwide Mini Excavations is saying all good. Drew Excavations is saying, what do you rather for a 30-ton excavator, a quick hitch or a tilt hitch? What does everyone say? Would you get just a regular quick hitch or a tilting hitch on a 30-tonner? That's a good one. I don't know. I don't know if many people with a 30-tonner do put a tilt hitch on. I don't know. Oh, yeah, well, there you go. BRW saying a tilt. I suppose it depends on what you're doing. Like the guy that I help out, he's got a 35-ton machine. He doesn't have a tilt hitch, but he does a lot of hammer work because they do a lot of sewer and plumbing. So they're constantly hammering and stuff. So he doesn't want to put a tilt on there. So it depends what you do. It depends, because a tilt on the 30-tonner, if you're hammering, ripping, pulling rocks out all the time, I don't know if it's going to put too much pressure on it. But if you're doing a lot of detail work or working in softer ground, I suppose then a tilt would probably be wise. Prenda's saying a quick hitch. The tilt moves around too much. Yeah, I suppose, yeah, because you put a lot of pressure and a lot of weight on that tilt hitch, you can almost like force it. So you got to be really careful, yeah. So I suppose it depends on the work you're doing. ADM Civil saying COVID and influenza at the same time is as good as a kick in the head and the balls at the same time. Yeah, very true, man. Oh, that's what I felt like last week too. Ivan Brown, Earthworks, he's saying I run a conventional quick hitch and a hitch mount thumb. Priceless. There you go. So there's some good answers there. This is good. I love this. I love the question time. So yeah, he's got a quick hitch and a mount thumb, a hitch mounted thumb. So yeah, I suppose, you know what, a JPG Excavations is saying, anyone on here gone from using word of mouth to getting work to actually advertising, and if so, has it actually worked for you? That is a good question. Very, very good question in these times. I can tell you something. So I've been helping a few people and mentoring them with their businesses, and that is one of the biggest things. People ask me, should we advertise? Should we have a website? Is it really worth it? Should we even go on social media? I believe the days of using word of mouth, it's not gone completely. Like, I think it's one of the best ways, because if you can get work by word of mouth, that's telling you something about it. Obviously, you're doing a good job if people are talking about it. But with so many machines and a lack of work at the moment, it's in these times where, one, word of mouth is good because then obviously your relationships are going to keep giving you work, but also you need to start getting yourself out there. So then you do need to start advertising on social media, have a website. Like, one thing I'm realizing is I do it myself. As soon as someone tells me about a business or sends me an email about something, I go and check them out. I go and check their website out. I quickly Google it. Who are they? If they've got a website and they look a bit professional, I'm like, okay, they must be half decent. So I do it myself. So I think marketing wise, which Moba's just saying something about now, I think at the moment, I think it's becoming a bit more important nowadays. And you can use things such as Instagram. You don't have to do formal advertising, but things such as Instagram, putting yourself on directories like Earthworks Hub or some of the other ones. I think that's where you need to start heading nowadays. And there you go. Terra Pro saying social media certainly works for himself. And I've seen a lot of his ads. He's always putting up there, machine available this week for such and such day. And he showcases what he can do. So I think that's a good way to do it. Moasure Australia is saying it's a marketing question. We are starting to drop more content on Instagram as stories. How much is too much, and what do your listeners like to see? Yeah, that's what you need to work out. I used to do a lot of reels. I'm also doing a lot of stories because I'm finding that reels need to be a little bit longer, take a little bit more work. And I feel like people are getting less patient, so they're not watching the entire reel. Whereas a story, they just quickly flick. And if you can do a 15-second story, you probably get just as much out of it as a reel. ADM Civil is saying, MOBA, I love seeing it more and more. Yes, it's true. We've noticed MOBA doing a lot more stuff, actually, yeah. Plastube is saying, Terra loves Plastube, yeah. Plastube is saying via Instagram they're doing a lot more, and I've seen a lot more. Plastube are constantly putting stuff on there, which is very, you got to keep in front of people's eyes. You always got to constantly keep posting so they see it. BRW is saying a lot of rental companies are putting in operators, which is cutting out a lot of general works up this way. Rental companies, okay. There you go. Plastube is doing 3 stories per day, 1 reel per day. There you go. He's saying that is the formula. 3 stories per day, 1 reel per day. Terra Pro is saying informative content, real world and not too pretty. Yes, for MOBA, yes. Terra Pro is saying he's sent 4 people to Plastube now. There you go. You guys are all working together, networking. Very good, man. Very, very good. ADM Civil is saying, love to see more Earthworks Hub and MOBA videos. Should do more. There you go, man. There you go. Yeah, well, that's doing stuff together, sharing videos of what everyone does. That is all marketing, exactly right. And getting your name out there. I feel like that's what people are doing now, yeah. RS Contracting is saying, I've had other contractors reaching out on Instagram for help with various jobs rather than general public. And yeah, that's probably true. You'll probably get other contractors contacting you rather than just general public, yes. General public, you'll probably get from Google ads or Google business pages because they're just going to type in local excavator or excavator near me. So that's where Google will probably work for the public. Whereas Instagram will be more business to business. Yeah, you're right. BRW is saying some of us don't have a face for the world. Yeah, yeah, true. ADM is saying I have a voice and a face for driving a digger. Hey, did you know that Earthworks Hub is more than just a podcast? On our website, you can advertise your business in the directory, see the latest news, and get discounts from our partners. You can also become a member on our Patreon, where you'll enjoy podcasts with video, exclusive content and behind the scenes, webinars, and chat with other members in the forums. For more info, go to www.earthworkshub.com.au. And Moba's saying thumbs up to ADM Civil. Yeah, there you go. My bloody nose keeps itchy. Sorry, guys. Something's affecting me in here. I've got the heaters on. I reckon it's the heater. It's burning my head. Let me have a glass of water because I'm dying. Oh, that's better. So yeah, I think marketing via Instagram and social media is definitely working more and more nowadays. And even talking to, like, if you watch the podcast with Digga, he was saying he came to Australia before, he came here earlier. So this is, when he came to Australia now, this is his second time here. He said the first time he came to Australia and started applying for jobs and wanted to live here, nobody knew who he was. He didn't have any Instagram videos. So they wanted CVs, resumes, references, blah, blah, blah. And he was saying it was very, very hard to get work. So he left and went back to the UK. Then when he was in the UK and started doing videos, he used his Instagram profile as his resume. Like, people were watching his videos to see what he operates like. And that means he found work. And then that's how he got invited to come back and come back to Australia via his social Instagram posts. So it does work for looking for work and for advertising yourself as an operator, all sorts of stuff. Plastube is saying, Ivan, Google Ads is a good chat. It's too hard for an average man to understand. Yeah, Google Ads is another good way. So we spoke a little bit about Google Ads. Let me write this down. Google Ads topic. And I'll put that down as a topic that we can discuss in more detail. Yeah, exactly, man. ADM saying, thanks for the good information tonight. Have a great and safe weekend, everyone. Alex is off. Yes, thanks for joining us again, Alex. A regular man. Plastube is saying, yeah, Google Ads is good, but it's a rip-off. Yeah, it is. It's not cheap. It's not very cheap. But you do get some good opportunities out of it. So I've used Google Ads for posting up some of my YouTube videos and that, and it gets good feedback, I'll tell you that. Terra Pro will have to get a voice, BRW saying to Terra Pro will have to get a voiceover too, yeah. Alright, Violet Civil, how you going, man? So yes, hopefully that answers some questions there, to people that were talking and asking about it. BRW is saying, yeah, Facebook ads are very expensive too. Yeah, they are. Yes, they are expensive as well. So nothing is cheap, man. Nothing is cheap. But if you want to advertise, that's how it goes. Nothing is free. Nothing's free. Well, you can say that Instagram is free. It's just your time. I suppose you got to, if you want to use Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook and just post things, it's free, but it takes your time to video record it, edit it, and put it up. So there you go. There's something there that always costs. There's some type of cost all the time. What else? I'm just scrolling back. Sorry, guys. Trying to have a look before I miss anything. What else is in there? Oh, Danny Wright joined. Ashley Sellings, how you going? Thank you for joining. Jeremy Luke, did I say that already? Grizzly Earth, thank you all for joining as well. We still have another 8 minutes, people. 8 minutes. Let's jazz it up. Come on, let's go. What questions do we have? Can I put this music on again? Let's go. Can you guys hear the music? Come on. Let's think of some questions, people. Nellen Rogers, how you going? I'm just being silly. I just can't wait to press these buttons because I never really get to use it. All right, let's go. We've got another 7 minutes now. 7 minutes. What are we doing? What are we saying? BRW Excavations is asking the best semi-trailer to buy. Best semi-tipper to buy. I don't know. A semi-tipper, they're scary, man. Semi-tippers are scary. I would get a side tipper. I would get a side tipper over a semi-tipper. So for anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, so the semi-tipper are the huge semi-trailer tipper which tips up in your regular way, and then the side tipper are the ones where the actual long the long tipper actually tilts sideways and dumps the material to the side. I feel like the side tippers are a lot more sturdier, a lot safer. So I don't know. I've heard too many horror stories with the semi tippers because they are so tall. You just need to be on a slight angle, or have a soft spot, or a bit of wind or something, or material gets stuck in the body, and when it's lifting, it can go straight over. So You hear a lot of stories of those semi-tippers flipping over. Who else agrees or disagrees? Tell me what your thoughts are. Or if you do prefer a semi-tipper, what is the best one to get? Plastube is saying there's a way to get past the Apple charge. Ooh, on Insta charges. I'll send you the info. Ooh, legend. And Moba saying I do it on the PC to get around the Apple charge. I've heard about this. I've heard that you can advertise, yes, using your computer rather than your phone, and there's a way to get around paying for the Apple things. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Very, very interesting. BRW saying can't run side in rural as we run most material out of the bum. Okay. Yeah, that's probably a tough one. Unless you can get the floor. What are they called? You know, the ones where the floor spins. What are they called? Help me out here, guys. Like a Flowcon truck. The one where the floor actually spins and all the material comes out the back. Not floating floor. What are they called? Yeah, ejector. The ejector types. Unless you get one of those, maybe. Might be the safer option. Plastube saying he's going to send it to me. Send it to me. Let's have a walking floor. Thank you, guys. Parker Excavations and Ivan Brown. A walking floor. That's the one. Prenda Civil. They're all saying walking floor. How could I forget that? I reckon that might be maybe that's a better one. Rather than the actual semi-tipper. Yeah, Moba's saying now the secret's out. Yeah, everyone's gonna be trying to do all these free ads. All right, send me the scam. All right, send it to me. Let's see. I'll work out whether we tell everyone or keep it to ourselves. Let's go. Might have to put it up on the Patreon group. There you go. Another hook to get everyone in there. JJH is saying if anyone needs rock drilling done, give us a call. JJH Rock Drilling will be firing up shortly. Ooh, very good. The rock drilling. So what have you got? Have you got like a core barrel, or is that with like excavators, or have you actually got like a drilling rig? It'd be good to know, man. Yeah, very good. Well done, mate. Well done, JJH. So he will be offering rock drilling. Don't forget to put that up on Earthworks Hub. Go to the website and put yourself under the rock drilling section, man, because it'd be good to have someone on there that does rock drilling. We get a few requests for that. Excellent. BRW saying running a Temrock. And Sam is saying, what about a quad dog trailer if you're running gravel out? Yeah, a quad dog trailer might be a better option, yeah. Instead of the semi-tipper, at least you can sort of run it out easier. Plastube is saying, me and Moba can tell you, but it's going to cost 2 slabs. There's always a cost. There's always a cost with Plastube, the businessman. Always a cost. JJH Excavations, yeah, core barrel on his 14-ton excavator. There you go. So he's got to have a core barrel on there, on his 14-tonner. Which areas will you be servicing? Just so people know. JJH Excavations will be doing some rock drilling very shortly for anyone that needs it, and he's going to tell us what areas he services in a minute. So also look out for him on the Earthworks Hub website and on Patreon. Get yourself on there if you're not already on there. Then you can also advertise yourself on there because people will. There's a section for that actually, so you can put yourself under that section. Brett Healy, how you going? This is Mr. Healy Senior. Thank you for joining. BRW is saying can't run a quad as I have a prime mover. Yeah, okay, so you got a prime. Yeah, okay. Yeah, look, you know what? I don't know when you say what is the best semi-tipper. You mean like the body type? Like the body names, because we've got a few here in Melbourne, like Gorski or AAD or AA Diesel, whatever they're called. There's a few like that, so maybe hit up those guys if you're looking for one. JJH, you're a Plastube lover as well, yeah. Yeah, Plastube's giving him a shout out. Brett Healy saying going well. Well done, man. Yeah, BRW saying the body, yeah. Yeah, a mate of mine just bought a semi-tipper recently. I don't know. I think he bought it. Either it had a Gorski body or an AA Diesel one. I can't remember. But they're the ones that mainly get floating around here. They're the guys that you probably want to talk to. They're in Melbourne, so I don't know how it goes with interstate. But you can try them out. There you go. Yeah, or Chris's Bodybuilders, Prenda Civil saying CBB. The last time I went to CBB, to Chris's Bodybuilders, I tried to get a body built from one of my trucks, and they said they're not taking any individual orders. They're really mainly concentrating on like bigger customers. So I don't know if this was a while back now, so they might have changed. But I know they were doing like a lot of contract work for like companies that had like more than, you know, like fleet trucks. So, but you can try Chris's Bodybuilders. Yeah, you can try them. But I know AA Diesel are really good. That they built my last body on my Fuso I had. They were really good. And I know Gorski's really good as well. And there's a few other ones out there. RS Contracting is saying there are plenty of good bodybuilders for semi-tippers, a good quality hoist and heavy pivot pins, hard ox body, quality axles and brakes, all the basics. Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, make sure that it is a hard ox body, man. Definitely. Plastube's giving a thumbs up. There you go. Cameron Price joined. How you going? Prenda, you'll see yourself as well if you go on the YouTube section for POV. What do I call it again? POV. Come work with me. If you go to that playlist on my YouTube channel, you see yourself on there as well, Prenda. I think he was on there for a couple episodes. Level Up Earth Moving. How you going? He has joined us. BRW saying thanks to RS Contracting for that information. There you go. What else? I think, you know what, guys? It's 9 o'clock on the dot. I am out of oxygen. I'm probably done for the evening. But I do really, really appreciate everyone coming on, giving their feedback, asking questions. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Give me some feedback as well on these new segments that I've done, like the news for the week, you know, any job leads that we gave, all that sort of stuff. Tell me what you think of that stuff, if you like it or not. What else you think I can change or add to my programs. I want to make it really good and informative for you guys. So I'm here to service you guys. Make sure you go onto Patreon as well, where we have a lot more stuff as well. So go on there, you'll see all those chat groups I was talking about. It's more of a networking thing. So think of it more than just to listen to podcasts earlier. It's more a network where you can go in and talk to everyone and ask each other for help. So at the moment, people are going everywhere. They're talking on Facebook groups. They're talking on little Instagram groups and their own WhatsApp groups. If you go to Patreon and join, I want to get everyone central, everyone in one spot. So that's what it's meant to be for, mainly for everyone to get together and network and help each other. All right, guys, thank you very, very much for joining us this week again. I hope you have a good week, and I will see you all on the next Earthworks Hub episode. Take care, guys. Look out for the new podcasts coming out over the next few days. I'll see you guys next week. Take care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For trucks, obviously. On the lot.
He became stewardess.